Teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful BNB suggest that Will Spencer, Crew Morrow, and Electra Forrester, Linnea Grace, are on the verge of a bedroom catastrophe. Will Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, haunt this couple's next attempt at passion? Will and Electra are still unable to let Luna go, even after she was sent back to prison. The knowledge that Wood is the father of Luna's kid, according to the results of Bridget Forrester's, Ashley Jones, DNA test, would surely cause Will some distress. It will be a strain on Electra's mind as she tries to resolve the issue with Will. The fact that a mad woman like Luna is carrying Will's child is important, even if he and Electra are still in love. However, BNB fans know that Electra confronted Luna before she was sent to prison. Electra clearly does not want to be manipulated or controlled by Luna. Electra will eventually make every effort to repair her relationship with Will, even if it means engaging in greater sexual activity in the bedroom. Would the course of Will and Electra's romance change as a result? Electra could still imagine Luna assaulting Will following the party, even though she is aware that he is the victim in all of this. It's easy to see Electra freezing up in bed after envisioning Luna criticizing them or anything similar. But Will could be the one who can't help but pay attention to everything that's happening with Luna. Will can be fooled by his own mind and think that Luna is with him instead of Electra. On that awful night, Will was too drunk to tell the difference between Electra and Luna, since Luna was wearing his girlfriend's mask. When Will tries to reignite his love for Electra, that might backfire. Now that he is aware that Luna is the one who took advantage of him and got pregnant in the process, Will could find it challenging to continue with Electra the way he wants to. According to spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Electra and Will could have more difficult love news to offer in the future. Stay in for more on their struggles. As October turns to November, the emotional chasm between Will and Electra widens. Their once effortless connection is now riddled with awkward pauses, unspoken accusations, and forced reassurances. When they finally decide to try again, to reclaim the intimacy that once defined them, it begins with tenderness. Will lights candles, Electra slips into a silk robe, and for a while they laugh, pretending everything is fine. But as they draw closer, the illusion shatters. Electra freezes, her body tense, as Luna's mocking voice flashes through her mind. She sees Luna's smirk, hears her whisper, "You'll never measure up." Her breath quickens, her eyes fill with tears she can't explain. Will senses it instantly and pulls back, his own heart racing with panic. "What's wrong?" he asks, though he already knows. "It's her," Electra whispers. "She's still here." The words hang heavy between them, a confession and a curse. Will buries his face in his hands, his voice breaking as he admits, "I can't stop seeing her either." The truth, spoken aloud, feels like both relief and defeat. From that moment, their relationship becomes a battleground between the desire to heal and the haunting of trauma. Brooke Logan, ever the sage in matters of love, urges Electra not to give up. "Love doesn't disappear because it's been wounded," Brooke tells her one afternoon in the Forrester garden. "It just needs to be reminded that it's stronger than fear." Meanwhile, Bill Spencer, torn between fatherly concern and ruthless practicality, warns his son to be careful. "You've got to face it, Will. Luna's not just going to disappear from your life. You have responsibilities now. A child changes everything." Will bristles, his jaw tightening. "I'll do what's right," he insists. "But I won't let her destroy what I have with Electra." Bill nods, but his expression betrays doubt. He's seen too many men in his family crumble under the weight of scandal and guilt. Weeks pass. Luna's pregnancy advances, her belly growing as her world shrinks to the confines of her cell. She spends her nights sketching faces she'll never see again, Will's, Electra's, even her mother's, and writing letters she can't send. She tells herself she hates them, but her tears betray her. One day, she receives a package from an unknown sender, a tiny crocheted baby blanket with no note. She presses it to her chest and weeps until morning. Back in the city, Will begins attending therapy at Taylor Hayes' encouragement. Under her gentle questioning, he confronts the truth he's avoided, that he blames himself not just for what happened, but for letting it change him. Taylor helps him understand that trauma can't be conquered by denial. It must be faced. Slowly, Will begins to breathe again, to forgive himself. One evening, after a particularly raw session, he drives home through the rain and finds Electra waiting for him. Her eyes are red, her hands clasped nervously in her lap. "We can't keep living like this," she says softly. "We're punishing ourselves for something neither of us did." He steps closer, hesitates, and finally pulls her into his arms. They hold each other tightly, not as lovers trying to rekindle passion, but as two broken souls clinging to the faint possibility of healing. Their reconciliation isn't easy, but it's real. They start small, sharing breakfast, walking on the beach, rediscovering laughter. Slowly the nightmares fade. Slowly, the ghost of Luna begins to lose its grip. Yet fate, as always in Los Angeles, has other plans. A mysterious letter arrives at Spencer Publications one morning, addressed to Will in Luna's delicate handwriting. He opens it with trembling hands. Inside, a single line reads, "Our child deserves the truth." The words send a chill down his spine. When he shows it to Electra, her eyes widen, fear flickering across her face. "She's still trying to control you," she whispers. But Will shakes his head. "No, she's right about one thing. I have to be there for the baby. Whatever it takes." In the weeks that follow, Will's visits to the prison become tabloid fodder. Rumors swirl that he's fallen for Luna again, though the truth is far more complicated. He's trying to make peace, to be present for his child, but every visit reopens wounds he thought were healing. Luna, pale and fragile but still manipulative beneath her soft-spoken demeanor, uses every moment to remind him of their connection. "You can pretend all you want," she says one day, "but we'll always be tied together. You can't erase me." Will's jaw tightens. "I'm not trying to erase you," he replies. "I'm trying to move on." She smiles sadly, knowing that for her, moving on will never be an option. By the time winter settles over Los Angeles, Will and Electra have rebuilt their bond enough to try again, this time not out of desperation but out of choice. In the quiet of their bedroom, with moonlight spilling through the window, they hold each other close, their eyes locked, their breaths sinking. There's hesitation, yes, but there's also courage. As they finally give in to each other, it's not about forgetting Luna. It's about reclaiming themselves. The act isn't perfect, it's raw, tender, and messy, but it's real. And for the first time in months, they both feel something pure, peace. When it's over, Electra lies in Will's arms, listening to the steady rhythm of his heartbeat. "She'll never haunt us again," she whispers, half question, half hope. Will kisses her forehead and murmurs, "No, not if we don't let her." Outside, the city hums softly, indifferent to their small victory, but for Will and Electra, it feels like the world has shifted. The ghosts have been exorcised, the wounds have begun to close, and though Luna's name will forever be etched in the story of their lives, it no longer holds the power to destroy them. In the unpredictable, passion-fueled universe of the bold and the beautiful, love has once again found a way to rise from the ashes, scarred but unbroken, proving that even in the wake of betrayal, hope endures, fragile yet fierce, like the dawn breaking over the hills of Los Angeles.